Hi, class. Welcome to our self-paced class 8 for legal research and writing. So, for the first part of this, we're going to do our last lecture on Westlaw. So, to make it easier without bouncing back and forth to the PowerPoint, I'm just going to kind of go on Lexis, refer to my PowerPoint. So, whatever works best for you. Um, One of the things that you should do, you could pause me now or we can do it later, is upload the brief for drafting assistant that I have in the modules so that we can use that when we go to drafting assistant. Okay, so we're going to go to our main menu. Okay, so this, tips and review for us on Westlaw. So one of the kind of fun things on Westlaw, which they don't have on Lexis, but Westlaw remembers the last few searches that you have run. See that? Look, that's pretty cool, right? So if you are running the same search in different places, or if you forgot what you just had, you can use that little arrow down to remember your prior searches. Other things. What is this one? Here, let me pull up one of these climate change ones. Is annotating your documents. So, we've done this on PDFs and things like that. But if you are looking at a document on Westlaw, you can use kind of some fun stuff. And I think I showed you this a little bit, but we'll go over it again. And Westlaw always takes longer when I'm doing other things like taping. All right, you don't have to tell me this. Okay, so if I am reading this case, okay, and I think, this is really good information for me. I can highlight the text, and then Westlaw gives me annotation options. Where are they? Here they are. Okay. So I can add a note that says, important for brief, or I can say, issues or whatever it is. Okay. And then I can save it. When we were talking about briefing cases a few weeks ago, I said that some people like color. So if your facts are always in green, you can make this in green, whatever you want with a little note. So that's just for your annotations. That's for a note, or you can just highlight it. So if you know that your facts are always green, you can make that green. Other things that you can do, boom, you can copy with reference. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to quote and cite to that case. I open up a word processing document. A new one. And I paste it. And look, so I have my quote, and then look, it's in Blue Book form. Isn't that great? It works great for cases. Statutes, not as great, but helps you have your Blue Book right here. One thing that's kind of goofy is if I am citing to this in the case and it's citing something else, look, this is italicized, this is underlined. So again, you might have to do some cleanup. It's not perfect, but that's called copy with reference. Or if you don't want that, you can click copy without reference. So pretty cool. All right. So generally our Westlaw search steps, we have to make sure we understand what our research assignment is, right? We are getting that from whoever our assigning attorney is. Make sure you know what they're actually asking for. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Know what your jurisdiction is. That's important because we know then where to search on Westlaw, right? What the jurisdiction is geographically and subject matter. Okay, then we have our facts. Then we write out that legal issue, write out our query. We think of synonyms and antonyms. We think of variations of words. Are we going to use the exclamation point to truncate our word? What is the relationship between the words? How close should they be to each other? Is it in the same sentence? Is it in the same paragraph? Okay, and then we play with our query, our search query, and we write that out. Then we choose the appropriate database, right? The appropriate database means we are as large as we need to be and as small as we need to be, right? We're not searching all state and federal materials when we are only interested in Illinois. We're not searching statutes when we're interested in cases. Okay, so then say we've run the search, right? This is about climate change and greenhouse gases, working on my environmental law class. Okay, so then when I have my results, I didn't know what's going to happen there. I use my filters to narrow them. Okay, so here we go. Okay, remember my filters are only going to be, I'm only going to be able to use them when I'm in one content type. So now I'm in cases, and then I'm going to choose filters. Okay, what jurisdiction do I want? Maybe I want federal. Maybe I only want Supreme Court cases. Well, that's pretty good. Then I can apply that filter. I go from 207 cases to 4 cases. That helps me out a lot if I'm only interested in really the big cases that have occurred on this topic. Okay, I already have a date restriction in my search of cases after 2020. So I could do date, but that's not that helpful. Say I eliminate that restriction, and then I want only reported case. Oh, I should wait. Let me clear my filters. 4 cases isn't a lot to deal with. Okay, so maybe I want only reported decisions. Maybe I want to add a search term. Maybe I only want ones that talk about the word methane. Okay, and then I hit continue, and then I apply my search filter. So you can, there's a ton of search filters here that you can play with, but that's like the most efficient way to do the search. Go a little broad in your search terms and use those filters to narrow them. And then your client will only be charged for one search. Okay, now I'm down to 30. So what I would like you to do right now is pause our little video and work on, in the module, work on the Westlaw practice that we have in the module, Westlaw practice number 1, part 1. And then after you're done with that, come back. Actually, I'll end this video while you work on Westlaw practice number 1, and then you can start on the second video.